Star Wars Allegiance Issue 1 heads to the neutral ice world of Ta-Nuhana, where the insect-like natives are threatened by the arrival of the First Order fleet. The king contacts General Hux, saying that they are neutral, and not even the Empire ordered an invasion of the planet. Hux says that the resistance signal they tracked came from the planet, and that, as far as the First Order is concerned, makes them resistance members. The king says that they are welcome all to their planet, and it's always been that way, but Hux reminds them that it was their way as their ships open fire on the Citadel, reducing it to ash as the First Order troopers and bombers make short work of the rest of the city. The king manages to finish up his message to the resistance, but as Lieutenant Connex watches, he is killed in an explosion. Connex rushes to the other hidden resistance base on the garbage planet of Anote, reporting what she has seen to General Organa, who says that Ta-Nuha paid the ultimate price for their kindness. She says that she's watched the destruction of Alderaan and vowed it would never happen again, but so many people have destroyed so many worlds since then. Connex says that all they can do is protect those who still live, as Leia picks up Luke's old Jedi robe, saying Connex is right and they can't afford to seek refuge in the refuse while others die. General Janado reminds them that the pollution of Anote masks their signals, but they might not be able to hide there much longer, since if the First Order track them to Ta-Nuha, then they can track them there. Leia refuses to leave since they will win, but they need more ships and more weapons and people. She tells the general that with some patience they will have what they need, as key resistance members like Snap Wexley and Finn and Poe Dameron are on risky missions to get ships and weapons. Rose asks how risky are the missions, but Leia says that instead of waiting around, it's time that she got involved, telling Chewie to prep the Falcon. Janado doesn't want Leia going anywhere since she is the symbol of the resistance, but she says she isn't going on a risky mission, just a friendly visit, and the droids and Rose will be coming with her, but first they need a good pilot. Rey meanwhile is meant to be scavenging for generator parts, but instead she is fighting an Anotian pit beast. The creature almost gets the better of her, but she manages to get away after hitting it in the face, trying to use her force to bring some rubble down on it, but her force powers, however, aren't working properly and she can't focus. She tells the creature that with or without the force she is going to stop it, but then she realizes that she was the one who started the fight, and wonders if the creature understands what it's like to lose the one thing that made her special, and all the people that are disappointed that she wasn't the one chosen for something greater. Rey tries to make a mental connection with the creature to help understand it, but it doesn't work. But luckily, the Millennium Falcon arrives, scaring it off. Rey joins her friends, assuming that they have some type of mission, hoping it's one gathering weapons like Finn and Poe. But Leia says that it's not a mission, but a solemn task. On the Wayward Comet refueling station, Finn has picked a fight with some smugglers he is trying to go undercover with. A cloaked Poe watches on, telling BB-8 that he told him and Finn to stay out of trouble. He asks the little droid if he can help Finn, and he does, going into the cantina and tripping the assailant, causing another bar fight to break out. Poe meets with his friend, telling Finn his source came through and they got coordinates to a decommissioned New Republic impound on Avidot, where there are apparently weapon caches. Poe knows they just need to survive long enough to get back to their shuttle, and Finn says that he will go and get the other resistance members and meet Poe at the ship. As they leave, the changeling Remix reports back to Kendo and the crew, telling them that he has found Finn and there better be a big bounty on his head. Kendo says there is, telling Remix to follow Finn and tag their shuttle. Aboard the Finalizer, an officer reports a resistance sighting from the Wayward Comet. Hux isn't interested in answering every single sighting of the resistance, but Supreme Leader Kylo Ren is, learning from the officer that a mercenary squad that has been vetted by them has sighted Finn. Hux says that they can't be bothered to chase these scraps, but Ren orders that they will, and will wipe the resistance out of existence. Hux orders the officer to authorize the down payment to the bounty hunters and convey them the consequences if they fail. The Falcon, meanwhile, comes out of hyperspace, with Rey recognizing the world they're headed to from the old Imperial databank she put together on Jakku. Falcon heads down to Mon Cala, landing at Dak City, where they are immediately surrounded by guards and met by a Quarren, who says Leia shouldn't have come to Mon Cala, especially after the death she brought to it years before. His men point their weapons at the group, demanding to know why they shouldn't kill them where they stand. Star Wars Allegiance Issue 1 was a fun beginning to the story between episodes episodes 8 and 9. And it's really weird that we are again at the journey section of the books, and we get something that is probably going to end up actually explaining some of the littler things in the movie. There is some really interesting stuff happening here, and I hope it actually does come up in the movie, like Rey having trouble with the Force and some type of disconnect from it. And I'm wondering, since he's only in 2 pages of this, I'm wondering if maybe Ren has this as well, and maybe this is something to do with their battle in The Last Jedi and their Force connection they had. If now that it's separated, it's like ruined their Force potential. I look forward to seeing that sort of stuff get explained or hinted at through the remaining 3 issues, and maybe even again in the film. And I'm looking forward to what the rest of the series has in store for these characters. And it's even better seeing characters like Remex and those people from Galaxy's Edge appear in this book. I think that's a nice little connection. I'm going to give this issue an 8 out of 10.